before you walked on set, you said you'd like to dance for us today, which is so kind of you. Mr. Harris Dickinson, welcome to my pink vortex in honor of Babygirl.
Lovely to be here. Lovely to be here. Gorgeous light.
Thank you.
Gorgeous man.
Thank you, sir, as are you. Congratulations on this this Christmas holiday treat for the masses, Babygirl.
Yes.
A great piece of work, man.
Family-friendly Christmas movie. We need to set some rules that you and I both agree on.
Did you order this?
Starting with, I tell you what to do and you do it.
The Horowitzes are going to go out to see Babygirl Christmas
Good.
Day.
Yeah, good.
Are the Dickinsons?
Is that a real thing in America?
A tradition to see movies? Yeah, I think it is.
Because it's not so much a thing in the UK.
Why not?
Going on Christmas Day to the cinema would be quite a thing. Once everyone's eaten and done presents, I don't know.
Who wants to spend time with family when you can go into a dark room and enjoy an escape?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But no, good. Go and watch it on Christmas, please.
If they're choosing between Wicked and Babygirl on Christmas Day, what would you say to
Do
someone?
both.
There you go.
Do both.
They're essentially the same movie, same story.
Yeah, it's wrapped up in the same themes.
So this is a real treat. I mean, it's a fantastic film. You and Nicole Kidman, essentially a two-hander. This is a rare, exciting opportunity. And you've been on this amazing press tour with an icon like Nicole. What's it been like, not only to just act with her, but also to kind of see her in this side of things? What have you learned?
It's been amazing, man. Like, I guess it's obvious that she's a pro. I mean, from being on set with her, it's like so fun to be able to play off of her because she's so bold and playful with what she does, and I think that is evident in the work that she's done and the filmmakers that she's chosen to work with. And as you go on a press journey, you learn more and more about not only the film, but the ways in which you connect with the film and the ways in which other people connect with it, and the conversations that get sparked by it continue to develop. So, no, it's been nice. Yeah, it's been interesting to hear some things from people, as I'm sure you can understand.
And you're I mean, between Triangle of Sadness, like the movies you're in spark conversation.
Yeah.
These are movies that you don't leave it at the cinema.
No.
And those are movies I like. I'm sure it sounds like these are movies that you like. You like to talk to your mates about the movie afterwards.
Definitely, yeah. And I love it when people, even if, there's a tendency for everyone to come up to you and go, that's amazing, sycophantic kind of like, but even when someone doesn't love it, I want to hear that too.
Right.
I want to hear what they didn't understand, what they didn't like, or even if even if I was bad or they didn't believe something, I'm like, okay, tell me,
Does people do that? Has someone come up to you and said, in any movie of yours, they've ever to your face said, I didn't like you in that movie?
Well, someone came up to me in a supermarket in LA and said, he was like, oh, you're that dude from Triangle, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, my friend liked it, so that's something. I was like, okay, well, thanks, mate.
Like, are we gonna have a fight in a supermarket about Triangle of Sadness?
Yeah. But then when I was putting my shopping in the car, he said to me, he was like, so he like lingered around for a bit. And he was like, so what's up with the end? So it was like he wanted to talk about it, but he also wanted to insult me. But do you know what I mean? Like he wanted to let me know, like I didn't like it, but yeah. So it does happen.
Read the press tour. I've been reading some of the interviews you've been doing. I read a conversation you had with, listened to a conversation with Andrew Garfield.
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned that Tom Cruise gave you some advice.
He did.
About press?
Yeah.
I have so many questions about this. Like, did you run into Tom Cruise somewhere? Do you get an audience with Tom Cruise, re a press tour? Like, how does this happen? What can you divulge without divulging too much?
Ran into Tom Cruise at a skate park in East London. He's always there.
What?
I'm joking. He's
You sold it very well.
No, I bumped into him at an event. I think I was about to start doing this stuff, so I kind of asked him, and he just he's like the GOAT of that, isn't he? Like
he does it better than anybody.
He
engages. He gives just enough.
Yeah, he's the man. And so, I mean, I took it. I'll take it all, from him, yeah.
I'm sensing a little Cruise press vibes from you. Next, you need to start giving out cakes. You know about the Cruise cake. I'm obsessed with it.
I don't know about the Cruise cake.
He sends they call it the Cruise cake. He sends a delicious coconut chocolate cake.
Really?
To members of the press, friends, and family.
Really? What, before or after?
Every holiday season.
Good.
And I am obsessed with this. I've done so many things with Tom Cruise, Harris.
I've not got time for that.
I've not gotten the cake.
Do you know, is he making the cake?
No.
Okay.
But he's making the list.
He's making the list and he's organising it, so it's enough.
By next year, we'll be on the list together.
Yeah.
We'll share one. Okay, so talk to me. Okay, I would imagine this is an easy yes. I loved Bodies, which is from Helena Ryan, fantastic writer, director. What's the initial conversation? Is it an easy yes to something like this?
I'll be honest. I mean, I loved her films. Instinct was beautiful as well, and I was a little bit scared of this because I didn't know what I would do with it. Sometimes you read things and you're a bit like, oh God, I don't know where to start with it, or like, am I going to kind of do this justice? So it wasn't an easy yes, but okay. For my own insecure reasons, it was more just like a tendency to think that if I'm not going to be able to do it, then maybe I shouldn't just do it in a way of like coping with that.
Is any part of that, look, this is a frank sexual film, and like you can't half-ass it. You're gonna have to go for it if you're doing something like this.
Yeah,
is that a part of it too, like just exposure-wise in every conceivable meaning of that word?
For sure, yeah. It's very vulnerable.
Yeah,
very vulnerable, and I didn't want it to get mixed up in the wrong messaging because I also think that the film is so nuanced and it deals with like questions around sex and questions around sexuality in general so delicately that I really felt passionately about doing the script justice and doing Helena's intention justice, you know.
It's a hard movie to kind of like classify like genre-wise. It's a drama, it's a comedy, in some ways a black comedy. It's an erotic thriller, I guess you could say.
Whatever that means.
Whatever that means. Because when I think that, like, I grew up in the day of, like, you know, the basic instincts and all of that. That's not this. But there are some elements, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is it helpful for you to think about this in, I don't know, in kind of what bin it goes in and what aisle it goes on at Blockbuster? Or is that not really helpful?
I don't know if it's my job to think about the genre. I don't know if it's my job. I think you just got to turn up and try and, like, investigate everything properly and have fun when it requires the fun. I mean, the comedy was important because the comedy unlocked a lot of what the tone became for the film, and Helena really encouraged like laughter and, you know, embrace the embarrassment of a scene.
Right.
You know.
So we're talking about Nicole, and often, you know, you hear things like a brave performance, and this is a brave performance. So what does that mean to you, a quote-unquote brave performance in a film?
I think bravery in acting or in film, in cinema, is about vulnerability and exposing one's real emotions and letting it be channeled through the character or the parameters of a character.
Yeah.
I don't think acting should be, we should go around saying, God, it's so brave, because it's
not
like
a firefighter. You're not
exactly, you know, like in comparison, in context, other stuff. But to be emotional and to do things that are either sexually or emotionally exposing, that's not like an easy thing to do for most people. So the things that Nicole has to do in the film, give parts of herself through a character, they're brave. Yeah.
And for you too. I mean, like, so like, what are the moments on set when you feel most exposed, most vulnerable in something like this?
I mean, the dancing, like doing the dance to George Michael was probably one of those days where I dreaded, because I was just like, you know, I like dancing, but if I'm out and I can hide in the crowd, and I'm in a herd, I'll do whatever. But when it's just you and a camera and crew and you know the crew, and it's been a while, and you know you start the day with like, hey, how's the kids, you know, like doing anything this weekend, and then next thing you know, George Michael's on, your top's off, and you're sort of, you know, and the boom up's there, like, you know, so it's like, it's that's embarrassing for me.
Right. But now you're so comfortable, before you walked on set, you said you'd like to dance for us today, which is so kind of you.
It's fake news, is what it is.
There's not enough alcohol in the world to get you to do that.
You should stop perpetuating fake news.
Did you have a relationship to that song prior to this? Because now it's forever changed. Father figure, when that comes on the radio, karaoke, you are now going to go to a deep, dark place in your brain.
Yeah, it's ruined it, hasn't it? Yeah. I have nothing to say.
What about, I do want to talk about other music in the film, because it's a rare treat to get a new Sky Ferreira song. When did you learn about that, and was that an exciting thing?
Very exciting. As the film was being sort of finalised, Helena sent me the track, proper like internet kid
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were you a
yeah,
fan
yeah.
already? I mean, was
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah. I also, because I'm a meticulous researcher, I've watched you and Drew Starkey, who I just spoke to like a couple weeks ago. Drew's a
He's
gem,
lovely.
and you can tell. Yeah.
Proper gem, yeah.
And the internet already fell in love with you two as a pair. I feel like they want to cast you guys together now, having seen that interview in a
That'd
film.
be great. I love Drew, yeah.
Have we manifested something from that interview? Is there talk? Is it buddy cop comedy? What do we do? Are you twins? What are you?
Maybe. I do love the idea of a buddy comedy. Like a good buddy comedy. It's hard to get that right, but...
Step Brothers, the next
level. Yeah. Some sort of dysfunctional duo that... Yeah.
Did you feel a connection with Drew? Because it did feel like watching that you guys really actually truly had mirror kind of experiences. A little bit.
A little, yeah. We did connect, yeah. No, we have had similar experiences.
Yeah.
And I think we related to that, yeah. He's a lovely guy, man.
I mean, it must be fun because like I've been talking to a lot of your peers, age-wise, like to see kind of like, you know, I'm gonna sound like ancient now, but to see like the next wave come in, like who in your peer group do you have massive respect for? Who is doing it right that when you see on screen?
I mean, there's so many. Look, we've got some absolute like giants of actors, like people that I've been lucky to work with, people like Saoirse Ronan, Josh O'Connor, Jessie Buckley, Papa Sedi. You know, we've just got some incredible people that are coming out the UK, Ireland, the States as well. Like, I feel very blessed and lucky to be in that community, you know.
Is there someone you're itching to share some time on screen with that you see like, you know, I'd probably vibe with them. It would be cool to kind of like just mix it up.
I bumped into Kate Blanchett the other day. That would be, I mean, that's always been that would be incredible.
She can do anything, like truly.
Yeah. That
What
would
a
be
presence.
fantastic, yeah.
I know you're not confirming this, so I'm not going to put you too much on the spot, but like if this Beatles thing potentially comes together, this is like my Josh Horowitz all-star crew right here. Barry Keoghan, Paul Mescal, Joe Quinn, and potentially you as the Beatles.
Who are the Beatles? Who are
they? Have you heard of the Monkees? They're similar to the Monkees, but even more popular.
They're a music group.
They were a music group. Wow, you're not as well versed in music as I thought you were.
Well, no, I only ever listen to George Michael normally, so it's just...
Do you know those actors I listed?
I know them all.
I'm not talking about trivia. I don't mean like you know their existence. Have you broken bread with them?
I have.
Spent time?
I have. Yeah. I love those guys. Yeah. I love them very much. Yeah. We've got a few mutuals. Obviously, Paul and I, Daisy, Barry.
Yeah.
We've just crossed paths a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean that would be incredible.
Yeah.
That would be a phenomenal challenge.
And you have musical experience. Grease at school.
God, when did I say that? Somewhere.
I was eavesdropping outside your bedroom, and he was muttering in your sleep.
Yeah,
So
it was terrible, by the way.
That was very early.
It was awful. Corny Collins. It was the worst rendition of Corny Collins you would have ever seen. I do remember at a certain point looking at the audience, and someone was like, sort of like looked like they'd eaten something sour.
And yet you persevered. You said, you know what, this is for me.
Well, I didn't have a choice at that point. I sort of just put myself in an uncomfortable position. But yeah.
Does any tape of it exist, or have you flushed the internet clean? Have you wiped it?
Oh, there's something out there, yeah.
Okay.
There's something there somewhere, yeah.
I'm gonna get my team of researchers on this.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Isn't music a big part of your life? Like, do you sing?
Yeah. Singing, not so much, but music's always been a big part of my life. I grew up with two brothers that DJ'd a lot, so I spent a lot of time sat on my brother's mattress, like, being forced to listen to, like, 3-hour-long techno mixes. Like, he used to, as he was, like... He'd be like, no, wait there, this is coming, it's coming. Wait there, and I'd try and leave, and he'd be like, no, wait. He'd be like, you don't understand how good this is, you know, this is like peak era and I'm like, okay.
So who do you proselytize? What do you say? Like, if you had to corner me for 3 hours, who could you talk my ear off about who you love?
I don't know, we were just talking about Miss Dynamite in the car. That was like one of the OGs, but I don't know, I love electronic music, I really do. I really love electronic music. All of the old, like, Ronnie Size and LTJ Bookham and, you know, that kind of era as well, yeah.
Have you gotten your Spotify top tunes of 2024? Do you know what you listened to most this year?
But George Michael was actually on there. It actually was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just the father figure, or the whole catalog?
Well, I think I just listened to it a lot to try and imagine, like, how do I do, you know?
Wow.
So that was,
You
annoyingly,
suffer for
that
your
was
art.
up there.
You've
yeah.
ruined this classic music for our benefit.
Yeah. What
Thank you.
was on yours? Do you remember?
I don't.
Putting
That's
you on
too
the
personal.
spot.
I ask the questions around here, buddy.
Oh, do you now? Yeah. You can give it, but you can't take it.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Typical. Bloody typical.
You don't seem very plugged in online unless you're masking something. Are you like? Is that a conscious choice that for your own sanity you
Yeah.
try to keep a distance?
Yeah, I keep a distance. I've got my accounts there, but I don't really go on them. I've got a bit of help to sort them out. I like them sometimes, and I like to see what's going on, but I think it's better to stay out of it a little bit. Otherwise, you get caught up.
Does anybody in your life like clue you in when there's like a Harris Dickinson meme that's going around, a fan edit that's particularly fun? Like, do you have friends and family that like you should probably see this for your own?
Yeah,
enjoyment?
my friends have got no shame in like sending things into the group chat if I'm being like taking the mick out of, or there's like a funny meme. But
Any particular that jumped to mind?
when we got photos taken of me and Nicole when we were filming in New York, and there was these awful photos of me like running after Nicole, like I was some mad fan in my baggy suit. And that got sent into my group chat. And also, I've made a rule with my family. I was like, this is a safe space. Do not send stuff to do with anything online. This is like family, but I don't want anything in this group chat to do with me. So they know.
They know.
They know.
As we look to the future, whether the Beatles is part of it or not, you've got a lot of exciting opportunities. And my sense from you in our couple conversations and just seeing the choices you've made is you've got really good taste in filmmakers. And the blockbuster route may not be, I don't know, you tell me. Like, it seems like you're gravitating towards a certain kind of a movie. Is that for a young actor, like, something you have to wrestle with, like, whether you want to do the kind of, like, quote-unquote conventional blockbuster thing or not? Because I'm sure opportunities are out there. And you've done a little bit of it, but not a ton.
I've done a bit of it. I've dipped my toe, and I ultimately my toe sort of popped in and popped out. But I don't know, man. It depends what you define a blockbuster as. Like, I think there's amazing filmmakers making things on big levels.
Yeah.
You know, like we're in the era of like the Dune type
Right,
films,
the Denis Villeneuves, the Chris Nolans, of course,
which
do
is
it.
like would be a dream.
Yeah.
You know, like no question.
Yeah.
But for me, it's just like just being in safe hands with an amazing filmmaker. Like
Yeah.
I'll do anything of any level as long as it's coming from the right intention.
So, like, does the idea of, like, you get an email being like, hey, do you want to go in for a James Bond audition fill you with dread, or, like, did that pique your interest even of, like...
Probably both.
Yeah.
Probably dread first, and then like, oh, interesting. Yeah.
Who's the
Interesting.
filmmaker? Who's directing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like with everything. Like, if there's an element of fear or challenge, then you kind of think, okay, maybe I should. I got asked to do a public speech the other day, and I said absolutely not. And I thought, hang on a minute, what? I should do that because it's
Chase
a bit.
it. Go after the fear.
Go after the thing that you're scared of, and
Yeah.
then hopefully not die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you were trembling as you walked in here. The Josh Horowitz
Yeah,
interview
yeah,
experience is
yeah,
really
yeah.
intimidating.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we did it together.
Yeah. Well, you're notoriously right for that.
Truly, congratulations, man. As I said, I meant it. You're making some great choices, and you're always delivering. Babygirl is fantastic. And enjoy, hopefully, some well-deserved rest in the holiday season.
Thanks, mate. You too.